Hey everyone, so I'm pretty excited to make this video. I wanted to make and upload this during Diversithon, but didn't get the chance to. And so I thought this would be a good opportunity to finally film and upload this and see what kind of response I would get, because the topic of this video, the title is Elitism on Booktube. So this is the topic that I've been wanting to make a video on since I basically started my channel, which was over 2 years ago in 2014, because I started noticing a lot of things in BookTube that I didn't really like, and so that I kind of wanted to address. So I feel that I have like a really decent amount of followers on this channel, which is super cool. So I thought that this would be a good time to finally put up this video so that I can get some kind of views. And I'm gonna try and keep this video under like 10 or 15 minutes because I can ramble and I don't want the time of this video to turn people off from watching this video, because I think it is kind of an important thing to discuss, and I don't want to give myself too much credit, but yeah, just this is absolutely not, I have notes right here, so if you see me glancing, this is not any kind of hater kind of video at all. The things I'm going to say kind of relate to YouTube in general, but since I like to consider myself a part of the BookTube community, and I like to consider this channel my basically BookTube channel, I know the majority of my videos, especially recently, haven't really been book related, but I still like to think that my channel is a BookTube channel, and that's kind of what I'm gonna continue forward with. So I knew that even before I started my channel that I wasn't just gonna make videos about books. I have a really wide variety of things that I enjoy and like. And that has just gotten bigger since I've started this channel. I've become interested in more things, and I've made videos about a lot more things than just books, and I have no regrets for that. I like my channel of having a whole bunch of diversity and variety of all these different things because they're the things that I'm interested in. So YouTube is supposed to, it's a place where anybody that has a computer, like a Wi-Fi connection, can make content, put it out there, and possibly get, views, make friends, whatever. It's a place where anybody can do anything. And so naturally, since YouTube has been created, people have been making videos about similar things. And so BookTube has been one of those things. And we've kind of made a community of ourselves, of people who like to make videos about books. So the BookTube community, and which I think is super cool. We all make videos and we all just discuss books, and it's just a grand old time. And this platform is not, it's not another platform for celebrities, and it's kind of been taken over a little bit, YouTube. And yeah, that's happened over the years. People have become really popular and famous because of their videos. One of my favorites is Markiplier. I think he's hilarious, and I love watching his videos. And he has like millions of subscribers, which is like insane. And also like Olin Rogers and other people, but I'm getting off topic, so I'm just gonna stay on what I'm talking about. So over the past couple years, before I started my channel, I noticed this, and I decided to unsubscribe from quite a few people because of the things that I noticed. And a lot of these people are the booktubers with the highest amount of subscribers. And I'm not a hater at all. I, like people, YouTubers who are really popular, like I just said with Markiplier. There's nothing wrong with being popular. There's nothing wrong with it. But what I don't like is when that kind of fame or popularity gets to people's heads, and you seem to think that your ideas, your opinions matter more and are the right opinions because of the fact that you are more popular and that you have more subscribers than anybody else. That's not true. YouTube, BookTube, a lot of us outsiders are the ones who create content. A lot of us who, couldn't find our place wherever in school, in life, or what, you come on here and you create your own community. You create your own, group of friends and whatever. And honestly, as long as your opinion is not problematic, as in like it's racist or sexist or anything like that, it's perfectly fine to have your own opinion about something. Like, that's diversity. That's what the world should be spinning on. I say this, but freedom of speech doesn't equal hate speech. You're allowed to say whatever you want as long as it doesn't, include hate. And I feel like a lot of people do not understand this. Yeah, that's a discussion for another day. But back to the whole BookTube elitism thing. So before I started my channel, I noticed these group of booktubers who were the most popular who were the ones that most people watched, who were the inspiration for a lot of people, including me, to start their own channels. I have a list here. So the majority of them are white. I think I even saw an entire video based on that. I think it was titled like "Why is BookTube so white?" And it's relevant. It's relevant, and so I think it's an important thing to discuss. So that's one thing. And then they all have at least like 40, 50, even up to like 100 to 300 subscribers. They all have better cameras, like they all have really expensive cameras, lighting, really nice bookcases to film behind. Their entire background is a bookshelf. I have this little guy, and that's all there is. But yeah, there was just better lighting, better cameras, better aesthetic backgrounds to film in front of. You know, when these are the things that catch people's attention in thumbnails, and I know this. You know, if you see a badly lit thumbnail with like some okay whatever, you're probably going to click on the one that has better lighting. It looks a little bit more professionally made. That's not necessarily like a bad thing, because we've kind of been conditioned to pick the brighter thing, the shinier thing, the nicer looking thing. So I can't really blame people for you know, choosing the thumbnail that looks prettier, because, you know, that's kind of just how people are. Also, just because you have like a Canon camera, some professional lighting, a whole bunch of books that you bought with all your money, doesn't mean that you have like great content. I know so many booktubers with like less than 1,000 followers who are amazing and who have such well thought out opinions and videos and make such great content, who aren't recognized as much because maybe they don't have the best camera, maybe they don't have the best editing, maybe, you know, they don't have the best lighting, whatever. And so I just don't think it's fair that so many of us who, you know, don't have all these things available to us kind of get pushed to the side, just for that reason alone, like aesthetics. And another thing that kind of annoyed me is that like all these booktubers were friends, and I have nothing against that whatsoever, don't get me wrong, but it was the way it made me feel when I was watching it. It's like whenever they got together, they would make a video for one of their channels, they would all make a video for each of their channels, and so it was kind of like clickbait, like, oh yeah, we did a video, so I know that this person's gonna have one with them too, and and so it was like you kind of had to go on all their channels, subscribe to all of them, and watch all their to get kind of all of your favorite booktubers in one video. And it was just kind of annoying to me, because it was like, hey, you know, my good friend so and so, like, you know, I know that you know them. If you don't know them, then, you know, you're not cool or whatever. Maybe not that, but that's kind of how it made me feel a little bit personally. Like, if you knew this person, you had to follow them, and you had to follow this other person. And I just didn't love that. They made sure that you knew that, hey, I have a whole group of friends and you're just watching us. Maybe you don't have friends. And I know that probably wasn't their intention. I doubt it was. I'm pretty sure it was not their intention. But sometimes people do things without thinking about how it'll make other people feel. And I do that too. Everybody does that. But yeah, like people who are watching videos, other people maybe don't have so many friends and, you know, get together with people all the time. So I don't know if anybody else felt that way, like seeing them with their friends, it kind of made you sad or mad because maybe you don't have so many friends. And I'm not saying at all that I'm sad or mad that I don't have friends. I do have friends. I have a few and I love them very much. But like when you're watching it and it's almost like they're rubbing it in your face a little bit, it can be a little bit annoying. The one thing also that rubbed me the wrong way was like the constant ads and monetization of the videos by the popular booktubers. It was like you couldn't really watch a review or a haul or whatever because it was with a book that a publisher gave them, and they wouldn't specify whether or not like they got to say their own opinion, so you couldn't really trust their opinion anymore because you don't know if they're just saying something because the publisher told them to say it, or you know, whatever. And so like I can watch TV for that. I can go on the internet for that. I don't need to watch a person on YouTube who's making their own creative content, or who used to at least, to be, you know, thrown expensive books in my face. I don't. So eventually, like, I lost my trust in their opinions and what they were saying about certain books because I just didn't know if they were being paid off. I just wasn't sure anymore. Also, another thing, if you're going to be making money off of this and, you know, that's kind of how you're making a living, I don't know, it rubs me the wrong way. I know I've said that a couple times, but when you call your subscribers fans, it weirds me out because it's like you're just a regular person making videos in front of a camera and posting them. Yeah, you have a lot of support. Yeah, you have a lot of subscribers, but you're not like an A-list celebrity. I don't know if you should be calling these people your fans. It weirds me out a little bit. Like I have 1,400 subscribers, which is so cool. I don't consider these people you guys my fans. Like you guys support me and I'm friends with a lot of you. I just feel like it's arrogant to be like, yeah, I have 1,400 fans. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it that way. And honestly, if like these people who are making money off of their videos, if you aren't humble and aren't grateful for the people that are following you and supporting you, you wouldn't have any of the things that you do. So, yeah, I don't even like celebrities who are arrogant. Yeah, you're super rich, but honestly, if it wasn't for people like me watching you and supporting you and like going to your concerts and going to your movies stuff, you wouldn't have anything. If it wasn't for your fans, you wouldn't have anything. And so, I don't know, I feel like people should just be a little bit more humble and appreciative of the people that do follow them and subscribe to them and all that, because like y'all don't have to do that. You guys don't have to support me. You don't have to do any of that. And so I'm very grateful for that. And I feel like, you know, it gets to some people's heads when there's like such a great amount of followers and supporters that it's like, oh well, I deserve all this and I da 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 da. And like, yeah, I'm sure they put in just as much hard work as any of the rest of us have into their stuff. I'm not saying they don't deserve the amount of followers. I'm sure they put a whole bunch of work into it. But it's like, so do I. So do we. So do the rest of us in this community. Like, yeah, we don't have the crazy fancy cameras and lighting and all that. But with our, you know, bad lighting and our, so whatever editing that we use, it's still the same amount of work. And so I don't think that we should be pushed to the side because of that whole thing also. And also the books that they kind of promote are kind of the same kinds of books. And it might make other people feel as if like they're not real readers because they're not reading the other books that people in the booktube community are. You can read anything you want. If you read and you call yourself a reader, you're a reader. You can read only YA fiction, regular fiction, nonfiction, romance novels. You can read books about dinosaurs and you're a reader. Like, just because you don't like or read the books that the rest of us are reading and that are popular doesn't mean anything. Read whatever you want. You don't feel bad because you're not reading the books that everybody is talking about, or if you can't even afford the books that everybody's talking about. Their new books are coming out every month. If you can't buy them, don't even stress. Everybody's opinion is valid, and your voice is valid as long as it's not problematic. But you know what I mean. I mean, screw the whole you're not a real reader if you don't know. Like, if you read, and you're a reader. Congrats, you're a reader. So don't feel bad because any of it. I feel like some people might, I know that some people have felt bad and because they couldn't afford the books, they don't have the time to read all these books. Like, I don't like that. But yeah, you know, I think that's kind of it. So, like, I think I've said what I've thought. I'm reading my notes here to see if I covered anything. But yeah, this is something that I've kind of thought of since I started my channel. I never wanted to say it at the beginning because I was afraid of hate. Not anymore. Got a whole bunch of it already. I don't really care anymore. But I don't know if anybody else feels this way. If you do, I would love to hear a comment. If you have anything to add, that would be great. I'm sure I didn't cover everything that people are feeling. This is just kind of what I was feeling. It's something that I not have pent up for the past 2 years, but it's just something that's kind of been on my mind about BookTube in general, and how there's this hierarchy of people and there's a sense of elitism with the people with the highest subscribers, which really I just don't care for because there's enough of that in like real life, and there doesn't need to be that in what we do for fun. This is our hobby. We don't need to feel like we're not included in something that we do for fun. But yeah, like I said, please leave any comments down below. I would love to start a discussion with you, maybe a discussion on BookTube. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, do you have any personal experiences with this? I would love to hear. So yeah, please leave a comment about anything. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.